Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a semantic deep dive of Apple's highly anticipated June 2026 newsroom release. Now, we only have a few carefully chosen words and a single URL to analyze here, but you know what? The way this information is structured reveals a ton about the future of consumer tech. So grab your mental notepad, because we're going to break down exactly how these specific phrases signal a massive shift in how we interact with our devices.
Okay, let's lay our core thesis out on the table right off the bat. This announcement is entirely about a transition. Actually, scratch that. It's about a complete transformation. It's about taking artificial intelligence away from being this complex, kind of intimidating novelty that needs all these specialized prompts and turning it into a seamless daily habit. The goal isn't to show off the fancy math, right? It's to make that math work for you, ideally so you never even have to look at it.
Now, check out the specific pairing of the words empowering and everyday. This is pulled straight from the source title. In the tech world, we usually see empowering used to describe, heavy-duty professional tools for developers or digital artists. But here, it's directly tied to the everyday AI experience. That tells us the focus absolutely isn't on hyper-niche professional tasks, but on giving ordinary users superpowers for their totally mundane daily routines.
Section 1. The Apple Intelligence Era. So the really crucial point here is that we have to define Apple Intelligence strictly through the lens of our source material. We're not talking about building sentient robots or sci-fi supercomputers here. Instead, it's defined as a strategic shift, bringing powerful capabilities directly into empowering everyday experiences. And honestly, that definition is a huge departure from how the rest of the industry talks about AI. It totally frames the tech not as some separate entity you chat with, but as a built-in utility that just serves you.
Section 2. Decoding everyday AI. We're zeroing in on the word everyday here, because it is arguably the biggest clue to the entire strategy outlined in the release. Think about the stuff you do every single day. You don't pause to think about turning on a light switch or a water faucet, right? They just work. By anchoring Apple Intelligence to the word everyday, they're implying this invisible, totally frictionless integration into routines you already have. You aren't learning a new workflow. The AI is literally just greasing the wheels of the workflow you already use.
And this perfectly illustrates the core tension of the whole announcement. On the left side, we have powerful AI capabilities, which means massive, heavy computational weight, complex algorithms, intense processing. But on the right side, we have everyday experiences, the light, casual, breezy nature of grabbing a morning coffee or shooting off a quick text. Apple's stated goal is to build a bridge between these two extremes, bringing that heavy compute directly into a light interface without burdening the user.
Section 3. Powerful capabilities unpacked. Now, by isolating the word powerful, the source makes it unequivocally clear that even though the interface might be casual and almost invisible, the underlying tech is still incredibly advanced. They aren't dumbing down the AI to make it everyday. Not at all. They're just hiding that extreme power behind a wall of simplicity. And this is huge because it guarantees that the capability is robust enough to handle really complex demands, even if the user experience feels super simple. The logic of the title flows in these 3 exact sequential steps. Step 1, you actually need to develop the raw, powerful AI capabilities. Step 2, you have to bring those capabilities into everyday experiences. And step 3, the ultimate goal. You empower the user. It's basically a perfect funnel. It shows how raw tech power is carefully filtered and translated into pure user empowerment. If you skip step 2, the user gets overwhelmed. If you skip step 1, well, they aren't empowered. You absolutely need all 3. Section 4, the June 2026 timeline. Okay, let's get into a bit of a URL autopsy. I love doing this because dissecting a raw newsroom link often reveals the exact, unpolished narrative a company is feeding to the tech industry and to search engines. Look at that slug. Apple-intelligence-brings-powerful-AI capabilities-into-everyday experiences. This isn't just a catchy headline. It's the foundational architecture of their web presence for this release. They literally hard-coded this bridge between power and everyday use right into the internet itself. And pulling from that URL, we get these concrete structural markers. Point 1, the year 2026. Point 2, the 06, meaning the month of June. So there it is. This confirms June 2026 as the exact arrival point for these integrated capabilities. It gives us a very real, concrete deadline for when this philosophy of everyday empowerment actually hits the market.
Section 5, the Industry IQ perspective.
So, for the Industry IQ audience, and for all of you looking at the broader tech landscape with us, our source material boils down to three non-negotiable philosophical pillars. Number one, empowering the user is the primary metric of success. Number two, it completely relies on powerful underlying tech. And number three, it demands everyday frictionless integration. These three pillars, they are exactly what will define hardware and software strategies moving forward. Every single new feature will be measured against whether it successfully merges power with everyday frictionlessness.
Section 6, the final takeaway.
So I want to leave you with this provocative thought, because it completely reframes how we think about the future of tech. If Apple truly succeeds in making Apple Intelligence every day, if they perfectly bridge that gap between powerful capabilities and frictionless routines by June 2026, its greatest achievement might actually be disappearing entirely. Think about it. When technology is perfectly integrated, it becomes invisible. And that, ultimately, is the highest form of user empowerment. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep analyzing those details, and I'll catch you next time.